So today we are back in another Red Dead Online video, and we're going to go over quite a few useful tips to improve your aim, make money, and a lot more. Now the first tip is going to revolve around different ways to level up. Hands down, the two best ways are showdowns, which are the death matches and story missions. Death matches are the better choice if you're decent at the game and can get some kills, since kills do determine the end game XP, but also what determines the end game XP is how good the team did. You get more XP for winning the game, so if you've got some friends to play with, it'll help you level up faster. And if you don't have any friends or teammates to play with, I would suggest checking out Moot in the link below, where you can find the perfect teammates. Moot is a website and app that focuses on different gaming communities such as Red Dead Redemption. You can post and view other people's posts in each lounge or community, such as reviews, memes, highlights, and some actually very helpful posts which you can upvote and downvote. But best of all, you can search for a posse or friends easily in the Red Dead Redemption lounge by selecting looking for posse. You can even create your very own post to look for teammates or friends. You can earn coins by making posts and interacting with other posts. Coins can be used to make your profile stand out more by using them in the Moot coin shop, and until December 10th they are doing double coins, so you can get some items from the shop way faster than you normally would. And Moot isn't just for Red Dead Redemption, they have tons of different gaming communities or lounges. If you somehow don't see your favorite game, you can request it. Moot is available on Android, iOS, and PC. I really enjoy the app, and for more information click the link down below and follow me at RDR2. Thank you Moot for sponsoring this video. So if you're not really good at death matches, stick around because there is a tip on improving your aim, but if that doesn't help and you don't have any friends to play with, story missions are your next best way to get XP. These give you a pretty good amount of XP, not better than a decently played game of Showdown, but it still does give you quite a bit. During these missions, you'll usually have a decision to make which determines your honor, being either good or bad. If you be a good guy in these missions and make the positive honor choice, it actually gives you more XP, sometimes almost double XP actually. You always want to go with the good decision if you're trying to level up. And if you want to do these story missions faster, instead of traveling all the way to these story missions, or if you've already completed some of these story missions, you can actually just quick join and do random story missions with other players. Just tap left on the D-pad and go down to quick join. Besides those two ways, the next best way to get XP is by doing challenges on the progress menu. Now our next tip is going to refer to your settings to improve your aim. I've gotten quite a few comments asking, how are you locking onto enemies so easily? And by the way, if you changed your settings for single player, they actually reset for online, so you'll have to apply them again. So if you're wondering why your aim is so much worse at online, which yeah, in online your aim is worse, but if you're wondering why it's so much worse, it might be due to the settings changing. So we're gonna quickly go over a couple of settings that I think are 100% necessary to change. So pause your game and go to settings and then controls. If you look at my settings, I turned all of my sensitivities to being maxed out, which helps a ton. It might take a minute or two to get used to, but it's totally worth it. But for aiming and locking on, you want to look at the targeting section and turn the lock on mode to wide. This helps you lock onto enemies so much easier. You can turn the lock on mode for while you're on a mount or a vehicle to wide also. I know that the wide setting kind of takes a lot of the skill out, especially if you're more of a free aimer type, but with there not really being any lobby specific to aim types and free aim players having to face players with this wide setting, if you want to compete with other players, you need to change it to the wide setting. And make sure when you change your sensitivities to all the way up, you scroll down to the first person settings and do it there too. Now go back and go to camera. The first setting is camera follow level. Turn that off. You know how when you're looking around with the right analog stick, your camera will snap back into place? This will fix that. It feels so much better with this off. Also go down and turn the first person field of view all the way up. Now one of the best ways to make money is fishing. One of the best spots that you can fish at to make a ton of money, at these spots for steelhead trout, which each sell for $4.25, which is a lot, and you can carry 10 of them at a time. I prefer this spot here because it's pretty close to the Blackwater butcher, so you can just fish here and then take your fish back to the butcher and make some easy money. To get the fishing rod, you'll need to get to level 14 and then purchase it from the general store or your handheld catalog. If you purchase it from the catalog, I believe you'll have to go to either the post office or your camp to pick it up. For the steelhead trout, you'll need worms as bait, which unlock very early on. They might actually already be unlocked at the beginning of the game. You can also use a special lake lure, but this doesn't unlock until level 41 unless you use gold bars. Fishing for Lake Sturgeon and Blackwater is also a really good fishing spot. They sell for $4. You can sit here and fish right across the street from the butcher and then bring the fish back to the butcher. This is actually a tip that somebody left in the comments of my last money video, and it's actually a really good idea. The only downside being that you need a special lake lure or a special river lure. I don't think there's a bait out there that you can use for them, just the lures. But you can purchase them for a gold bar, which to many is definitely worth it, but I personally personally would rather hunt and save the gold bar. Hunting is a great way to make money and is probably my favorite way, and hunting and fishing are probably the top 2 ways in the game. Hunt animals on the way to your fishing spot and on your way back to the butcher, just kill and skin everything. You'll make a ton of money. Just by hunting, you can make a solid $150 to $200 per hour. If you want to know more about hunting, I have a separate video on that which will be down in the description. Fishing gets pretty similar money to hunting, so they're kind of tied for best. I like hunting better, a lot of other people like fishing better. They say that fishing gets you money faster. I personally think hunting gets me money faster. It just depends on what you like. By the way, when you're hunting, if you place your horse over the dead animal, you can skin the animal almost instantly without having to really do the whole animation. Same goes for animals that are underwater. Now, if you do want to get that lake lure but don't have any gold bars, the best ways to get gold bars are treasure maps and series. There are race series and deathmatch series. The death matches are my favorite, but races are good too. These give you a very small amount of gold, but if you've done all the treasures you can find, the only real way to make gold is with these series matches until you get your next treasure map. Speaking of these treasure maps though, these are hands down the fastest way to get gold nuggets or bars. You get one for every 5 levels starting at level 10. I'm not sure when these stop because I'm at level 22 and I'm about to get the one for level 25. By the way, I have treasure map videos for 3 different maps, so go check those out if you want some easy money and gold. Also, this isn't really a tip rather than just a cool little detail that a lot of people don't know about. Hit left on the D-pad and then go to the very bottom one called online options, and here you can actually go down and change your emotes or your walk styles. There are a bunch of emotes that you probably didn't even know about, and then for the walk styles, there's a ton of different walk styles that represent how your character walks. These are very subtle changes, but they are pretty cool details. So we've talked about fast travel in single player, but not really in online. Fast travel is expensive, and if you didn't know, you can fast travel from your camp when you get to level 65, but it supposedly costs more than 100 gold bars to unlock. So if you didn't know, you can also fast travel by sprinting with your horse and using cinematic mode. Just keep tapping X or A to sprint and hold down the cinematic mode, which is the touchpad thing on PS4 and the button with the little squares on Xbox One. That's definitely a lot less convenient and wastes a lot of time that you could be using earning money by hunting or fishing, which are again the 2 best ways to make money. The stagecoach is definitely the best method of fast travel, and yeah, I know it's way overpriced and seems like it's only like that to make our lives more difficult, but think about it. It takes somewhere around like $8 or so to travel from Blackwater to Saint Denis or something like that, but if you were to ride your horse all the way there, it takes somewhere around 15 minutes at the very least to get there. You can spend that 15 minutes hunting and earn a good 50 bucks, which easily pays for that stagecoach ticket. My point is, use the stagecoach. It's expensive, but it's a lot better than wasting time to travel across the map. But if you can't afford to be fast traveling, a free method would be to search for a new lobby in the area that you want to go in. Say you're in Saint Denis and want to go to Blackwater or Armadillo. Just pause the game and go to online, then click on New Austin. That'll take you to that state or territory, but in a lobby relating to only that area. Obviously, with the loading screens and the fact that you're now in a lobby with only New Austin players, this isn't the most convenient way to fast travel, but it's a pretty good method if you're trying to get from mission to mission. Hopefully, when they rebalance the economy, which is coming soon, these fast travel prices will be part of that. Now, our last tip, which is kind of just something you should know, is that due to all the complaints about the economy such as gold bars and money and how high prices are, Rockstar has said that they are rebalancing it, which should be some pretty good news. But if you didn't know this part, this is a beta and Rockstar said that these stats might reset when the beta ends. They actually just recently said that they still have no plans to reset stats and that will most likely keep them, but they said before that it kind of depends on what kind of changes they have to make with the beta. But that's pretty much it, guys. Remember to leave a like on the video and don't forget to check out Moot by hitting the link below. Thank you, Moot, for sponsoring this video. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.
The many miles we walk, the many things we learn.